Hey guys, it's me Jazz, and today's video is really exciting because I put myself through a little 2-week challenge and I want to share the results with you guys. So the first part of this video is going to be me pretty much explaining what happened, and I'm not going to hold you guys up. I'm going to put timestamps down below, but basically this whole first part is going to be explaining the challenge, and then the last part is going to be kind of like vlog style how it went over the last couple of weeks. So if you already can see by the title, I guess the title will be down here, yes, I decided to fill out surveys for 2 weeks to see how much money I could make. So when you hear filling out surveys, you probably automatically think about a scam or something along the lines of pennies for your opinion, you know, little 25 cents for filling out this little 2-minute survey, or get paid reward points, or even some coins for watching an ad or a video. That is not what this is at all. So the surveys that I specifically filled out were screeners for focus groups. After filling out the surveys, I get screened for a focus group, and then when I get into a focus group, I get paid X amount of dollars. So these are the highest paying surveys online. These are the ones actually worth filling out, the ones that are screeners for focus groups, because you can make a lot of money. How much money? So I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys the numbers, probably what you are all here for. So in the 2-week period of me doing this challenge, I filled out 42 surveys, and each survey takes around 5 to 7 minutes on the long end and 2 to 3 minutes on the short end. So I filled out 42 surveys. Out of those 42 surveys, I got called to participate in a focus group for 12 of those 42. And in a 2-week period, I ended up booking a total amount of $1,370. So I booked $1,370 from filling out 42 surveys. So that is really good. And if you guys are not familiar with focus groups, don't worry, I will go ahead and go over all of the details that you need to know when it comes to focus groups. Also, keep in mind that the number that I got, 1370, is a really great number, but you could actually make even more if you dedicated more time to it. Initially, when I started this challenge, I told myself I was going to fill out 5 surveys a day, but as you will see as this video goes on, I actually ended up not filling out 5 surveys a day. I skipped some days completely, and other days I did not hit that 5 survey mark. And honestly, that was because I'm just a really busy person and I have a lot going on at most times. So it really just kind of slipped my mind, or I just didn't really feel like it because I got so many other things going on. So this is truly something that I do on the side while still living a busy life. So that just shows that it can be done even if you are considered a busy person, and then you can make even more money if you have more time on your hands. So let's talk about what is a focus group. A focus group is where a company will pay you for your opinion on a product that usually is not out yet, or a campaign that they are trying to run to get attention to their company. So before they launch major campaigns, major products, redesign websites, and things that have to do with putting a lot of money behind something, product development, things like that, they want to get the public's opinion first so that they know that they're not making $1 million mistake before they launch these products. So basically, you're paid for your opinion on different things that different companies are wanting to come out with, and they pay you very well for your time. So there are different types of focus groups. So the first one is a taste test. Now, a taste test is where you get paid for your opinion on food. So usually these are restaurant companies that will pay you to test out certain menu items that are not being put out yet, and they're just trying to narrow down their options for releasing new things, and they want your opinion on it before it comes out. These are in-person groups, and I'm going to get into the difference of an in-person group and an online group / at-home group. Most focus groups nowadays are online, especially because of C-19. A lot of companies decided to move online, so that is the beauty of it, because you can literally do this from anywhere. So yeah, a lot of groups are now online, but one group that is in person and will have to remain in person is taste tests. Taste tests have to remain in person because you have to actually try out the food. So you have to go to the focus group facility and try out the food. Sometimes it's just one 8-piece nuggets that they want you to try out, and other times it's full meals when it's major restaurant. I personally love taste tests because I like to eat, so getting paid to eat is just the best of both worlds in my opinion, so I don't mind driving to it. Now, there are also phone focus groups, and this is where a company will call you and it's just you and someone else. Sometimes it's a group phone call, but a lot of times it's a one-on-one, and the company will call you and ask you these questions. Usually the call is being recorded so that they can refer back to your answers because they value your feedback. So basically that's what they do. It's just on the phone. Those are nice because you don't have to show your face. It's not like a Zoom call or something like that. Now, speaking of Zoom, the majority of the ones at home are via Zoom. So the company will have you join the Zoom call. It's usually you and a group of other people and the moderator. And the moderator is asking everyone questions, showing you campaign slides, and explaining the different thing that you're going to be evaluating and giving your opinion on. Those are the ones that are most common at home, are the Zoom focus groups. I booked quite a few Zoom calls during this 2-week period, as you will be able to see as we continue with the video. Now, there are also mock trials, and they have mock trials going on all the time in all different kinds of cities. And basically this is where an attorney, law firm, group, or just like an attorney individual will recruit people to be a mock jury. And so it's via Zoom, and you get on the call. So it's you and a few other people, and the attorney is going to explain a real actual case to you to get your opinion on it. And these are real cases that have not been brought to court yet. So this is the way that attorneys get practicing their argument or their defense or whatever on a real live audience before they go to court. This is a very, very common focus group. I personally know some people that do these every single week, sometimes twice a week. So these are really, really common. And another type of focus group is an in-person focus group where you actually go to the facility and you sit at like a round table and the moderator is there. It's pretty much the same thing as a Zoom setup, but it's in person. Like I said, a lot of companies have moved away from that and do not plan on going back because it saves them money not having to do these in-person ones. But I did book a couple in-person groups during this 2 weeks, and I took you guys along with me with that, so when we get to the vlog part of this video, you'll see how that works. Another one of my favorites is product test. So a product test is where a company will give you a product for you to try out at home for a period of time, and then after that period of time is up, then they will send you a link to a survey where you will fill out your thoughts and opinions on using that product. So there's 2 different ways that a company will give you the product. If it is a local facility, they will ask you if you prefer to just come by and pick it up. That's what I prefer to do when it's a local facility because I get my product sooner, I get to use it sooner, and I get to do my survey sooner and get my money sooner, you know what I mean? But the other way that companies do it is they will mail it to you. So you don't have to go anywhere. They will mail you the product that they want you to try out, and then once you confirm that you've received it, then you start your trial period. And then the trial period is usually 1 to 2 weeks. It's not like month-long studies, but sometimes they are month-long studies. I've seen a few where they want you to try the product for like 6 months, but they pay really, really well for those because that's a longer commitment, right? And I actually booked a couple of product pickups during this 2-week period. Now, the last one that I'm going to touch on just really, really quickly because I have a whole video that goes into more depth about these things, but they are market research apps. So there are 2 market research apps that I tell you guys about. It is on the App Store for free. You can go download these 2 apps for free. The first one that I want to just go ahead and honorable mention, because it is technically a focus group, is D-Scout. You can go to the D-Scout app in the App Store, download it, and then you will be able to, once you sign up and sign in, you will be able to see so many focus groups that you can apply to get into. So they have all of the groups there. They tell you how much it pays, they tell you what they're looking for, they tell you when you would need to complete the study, and then you apply to it. And if you fit the criteria, then this particular company, D-Scout, will send you a text message and a notification in the app that you have been selected, and then you can go ahead and start when that start date comes up. The ones that require usually more work or more time commitment pay higher, or some things that are more specialized and looking for a very specific type of person, those will usually pay higher as well. I know some people that get into D-Scouts like it's nothing. Like they just be getting them every week. They have a D-Scout. You know, me personally, I don't have too much luck with D-Scout, but I do know a lot of people that do. So don't let that discourage you, but that is something I want to go ahead and mention because that is something that everyone can get started with today. Now, the other app that you guys should go ahead and download, which is focus group kind of app, is ProductTube. Now, ProductTube is a little bit different. So this is based on your area, and what they want you to do is go to the store. Most of the time, go to the store and take images and videos and give your commentary on what you think about the product display. So usually these are companies that have just launched a campaign, just launched a product, have a product display set up in different stores, and they want you, the consumer, to go ahead and check it out and evaluate it to make sure that they're doing a good job, or to see if they need to tweak it and change it, right? And so those are really, really short missions. They usually only take around 6 to 7 minutes to do, and you can really rack it up. I've made over $1,200 with the ProductTube app alone, so definitely download ProductTube. So I have actually been doing focus groups for a really, really long time. I share some of my results and some of the groups I get into, and I also promote the Paid for Your Say course on my Instagram. So you can also go to my Instagram and see and click on the side gigs highlights, and you can see from the last year of me posting different focus groups that I've been into, just so you can get more of a visual. So we have talked about what is a focus group, and we've talked about the different types of focus groups. Now, where do you find these focus groups? Where do you get these survey links? How does it work? Where do you find these surveys to fill out to get into these groups? So you will have to look up focus group facilities in your area and nationwide. Now, there are a ton of companies out there that are legit, but there's also some things out there that are misleading, brand new, or not so legit, right? So it could be a hassle trying to find out these legitimate companies on your own. So personally, I recommend go ahead and sign up for a group called Paid for Your Say. It's the group that I'm a part of, and I've been a part of since the beginning. I absolutely love this group. It is growing by the day, and we are all making money in this group. So basically what it is Paid for Your Say is a course, okay? It's a teachable course. It's a one-time fee to buy the course. You will make that money back like that, over and over and over again. So what do you get with this course? It's a bunch of different modules that will explain how to get into these groups, give you very, very, very valuable tips to get into these groups and maximize your chances of getting into these groups, okay? Because there is kind of a little bit of an art to this, to be able to book a whole bunch, okay, and not let it just be by chance and things like that. So you get the course with the modules for you to learn more about how to get into the groups. And then, to me, the most valuable part of the course is at the end you get the list of over 50 companies to go ahead and sign up for. So you do not have to do any digging around Google to find out what legitimate companies to sign up for, what focus group facilities and market research companies are good, and how they pay and all that, because all these companies have been personally vetted by the person that created the course. So it is very, very valuable to have this list. You get this list and you just sign up. Just sign up with all 50 companies. It may take you a couple hours, okay? But once you get in the database of these companies, then these companies will start emailing you. So when they start emailing you, you don't have to go out and find these surveys. The surveys come to you. So you start getting that to your inbox, and then every morning, go to your inbox, see what came in yesterday or that morning, and go ahead and fill some out. That's how I like to do it. I like to fill out surveys at the start of my day, because I check my computer at the start of the day. So I just go ahead and knock out a few surveys and then go on about my day. The other thing that you get with the Paid for Your Say course is you get access and an invite to the private Facebook group, which has daily postings of different surveys that you may not have gotten to your email from these companies, because the course owner actually goes out and pulls different things from different places that may not be specifically from these companies, because one-off people and one-off small startups, they do their own market research as well. So you get even more things to be able to fill out. So the Facebook group is great for those daily postings and daily leads. The other thing that is so great about the Paid for Your Say course is access to the Telegram group. So the Telegram group has been growing. It's so active. The Telegram group is so active, and I love going in there and seeing people's success stories. Like, people have so many success stories about how much they made that month, last month, how many they booked today. And not only are they sharing their success stories in the Telegram group, but every single day we are in there giving each other leads, tips, how to get into this, sharing recruiter information, sharing company information. We are like literally just helping each other make money because there's enough out there for all of us. And it's a really great and encouraging Telegram group to be a part of. I find so many surveys and so many good tips in the Telegram group. It's like when you see how much money people are making from this, it's like, why am I not doing this? You know what I mean? So that is where I recommend finding surveys, is by just go ahead and get the Paid for Your Stay course. Now, what is the process of getting into a focus group? It's really 3 simple steps. So the first step is filling out the surveys. So we've talked about that a little bit now. So filling out the surveys is truly the first step. Fill out these surveys, and what the survey is basically a screener. So when you submit your survey, a recruiter that works for the focus group company that facilitated the survey, they will go through and screen you and see if you will be a good match for this particular study. So for example, what that means to be a good match. So if they are doing a focus group on dog food, and you say that you don't shop for your own dog food, that someone else in your household takes on that responsibility, you will not get picked for that group because they want someone that actually makes the decision on the dog food that their dog consumes, right? So that's what it means to be a good fit. To be a good fit for the client that is hiring this market research company in the first place to find people to bring to them, right? So that's the first step, filling out the surveys. The second step is waiting to get a call, email, or text back. So when I went over my numbers in the beginning of this video where I said I filled out 42 surveys and I booked 12 of them, that means that 12 of them called me back, okay? The other ones didn't. I didn't get to the other ones as of yet, and that's perfectly fine, right? You're not gonna get all of them. As long as you have a pretty good ratio, that's good. So you will receive a phone call back most of the time. So it's good to have your phone on you, or at least in view, so that you can answer the phone when these recruiters call you. And when it is a phone call, what they do is they will re-screen you, right? It's usually not all the questions that they asked in the initial survey, but it's a few important ones, just to make sure that you are consistent with your answers. So you need to remember your answers, okay? Now the third part is to actually participate in the group. Right now I'm actually participating in a focus group. I'm gonna turn the camera to my computer soon to show you guys, but it's an online discussion board. And online discussion board is a type of focus group that is super, super easy because you don't even have to talk to anyone. You don't have to be on a Zoom call. You don't have to go anywhere, nothing. You just fill out an online discussion board, kind of like an online forum like Reddit or something like that, but it's the company's own type of forum where they want your feedback in written format. So these are good because you're able to do it at your own pace and on your own time, right? So this one is for 5 days, and each day is gonna take me about 20 minutes. It pays $150 that I will get at the end of the study. And yeah, that's this one that I'm doing right now, and I booked this one 2 to 3 weeks ago. Wednesday will be a lighter load as a break between study sessions. Cool. That's the only one that I have set up for May so far. I'm going to be filling out these surveys for the rest of May, and we're going to see how many I get into. So I'm going to show you guys my calendar that I'm going to use to keep track of this challenge. This is going to be my calendar that I'm going to use. So today is May 18th, and I'm going to be using my blue pen to tally up how many surveys I filled out that day. And I'm going to use my green pen to fill in my bookings and my commitments. So using my green pen, I am going to go ahead and fill out the online discussion board that I booked a couple weeks, and I'm making $150 for that. Today I filled out 5 surveys, so I'm going to tally up. So that's how I'm going to keep track, you guys. 5 surveys I filled out. This is what I got going on right now through the 21st, and let's just hope to see a lot of green here, and then also in June let's hope to see a lot of green. So I'm going to go ahead and fill out these 5 surveys. These are 5 surveys that I personally chose from going through my email. I chose these 5 because I feel like I would be able to get into them because of who they're looking for. So I will post a screenshot of what the initial survey shows up as in my inbox. Just an example of one. It does always tell you how much money the focus group is. You don't have to wait to find that information out. They let you know the dates that it's going to be on, the times that it's going to be on most of the time, the topic that it's going to be on, and the type of study that it is. So the initial email screener shows you a lot of information up front, so you can go ahead and know, is this something that I want to apply to, or is this something that I'm not going to apply to? Okay, so let's just go through some of this here. These are the 5 that I chose to fill out for today. And again, these got sent directly to my email from the company. So this one is just really simple. It's on job seekers, so people that are seeking jobs. That's the type of people they're interested in talking to. This one is another one, and they are looking specifically for people that own iPhones or smartphones. So I'm going to fill that out accordingly. This one is actually an in-person group, so they want me to come in person. I will fill out this accordingly as well. This one is a general consumer research study, and they're just asking a lot of demographic questions basically. And this one is specifically about hair care. So the session is going to be between the 25th and 27th of May, and this webcam session pays you $125 for your time. So fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and fill that out. And again, it's on hair care, so some of these questions are specifically about your hair and how you take care of it. So this may be a new hair dye that they're coming out with. This may be a new hair color, hair brush, all types of things it could be about. You usually don't know the exact specific until you actually participate in the group. And you do have to sign non-disclosure agreements a lot to be able to say, hey, I'm not going to speak about exactly what we discussed in this focus group because it is confidential information since the product is not out yet. I'll let you guys know how long it takes me to fill out 5 surveys. The time is now 2:58.
Okay.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
June the 2nd through June the 9th.
That's when I pick up the product?
Yes, the 2nd of June. You return on the 9th.
Okay.
And you said you used a NAR Sheer Glow Foundation.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I just got into a product pickup. So this is one where I have to go to the facility, which is in Atlanta, which is around the city that I live in. So I go there, I pick up the product, I use it for a week, and it's $100. From the sound of it, sounds like it's gonna be a foundation. If you don't feel comfortable using it on your face, using your body, using your hand, you know what I mean? But just use it enough to give a good analysis of it, because they're gonna ask you questions, what you think about it. And yeah, so I'm glad I got that on the tail end of the conversation. I'm still here filling out these surveys, and I just got that call. So being by your phone is important to make sure that you get into these groups. Okay, so back to filling out these surveys. Okay, so I just finished my 5 surveys, and it is focus on it. Can y'all see that? Yeah. It's 3:24. And I get interrupted by that call about a focus group that I just got into, and that was about a 5-minute call. So this roughly took about 20 minutes to fill out 5 surveys. One of them I feel really confident about. By the way that they were kind of going on with the questioning and how I kept getting through to next steps, I kind of figured that I'm going to get into that one, so we'll see. And that's another thing, when you do it for a while, you kind of can tell which ones you're going to get, and then you can also tell which ones you kind of got kicked out of because you either answered something wrong, or you're just not the person that they're looking for, or the quota is full. So you can just kind of tell, you know what I mean? But that one I have a good feeling about. So like I mentioned earlier, I am a part of a Telegram group, and I'm going to show you guys the Telegram group that I'm a part of with Paid for Your Say. Access to the Telegram group came with the course. So this is the Telegram group. As of right now, we just be in there kind of cutting up a little bit, but we show our progress. We show the ones we got into. We help each other get into groups. We exchange recruiter contact information. If someone found a new company, they put it in here. We post direct links, answers, encouragement, everything. It's such a great group, and it's very active, as you can see. I've only been out of it for a couple days. These are all the new notifications. I'm not gonna say a couple days. It's been about 5 days, but we're not gonna talk about it. So that product pickup, I went ahead and put on my calendar. I'm gonna be picking it up on Wednesday, June 2nd. It's gonna be for a week-long trial, and I get $100 at the end of that. So what also happened last night is I got a text message, and they said that I look like I would be an excellent fit for a study on Wednesday, May 26th. So that's coming up soon. It's 1 p.m. Central Time. I'm in Eastern Standard Time, so I gotta change that to 2 p.m. It's for 90 minutes, and it pays $125. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the board. She texted me, asked me when I was available to chat, to go over my answers, and she called me right away last night, even though I didn't get back to her until like 3 hours after she texted me.
Find stuff, like I'll send you a link and you'll do a tech check, and then you gotta sign a non-disclosure agreement. I think you're familiar with all that, right?
Yes, I am.
I know that was basically, I could go through the whole spiel and take you 5 minutes, but I know you're very well versed. I saw that I didn't get you into that last study, so I was trying to get you into this one. I do want to ask, because I do have you in this study now.
I got booked for the study, and it is via Zoom. Zoom at 2 p.m. for $125. Simple. Told I wanted to be paid by PayPal. Got that in there. And so, yep, starting to fill up already. And that was from the survey that I filled out yesterday afternoon. I got this text message in the evening. Obviously, they needed people, and I got right in. So sometimes it really is that fast. How do people get their thing to stay in the car? I'm struggling. Is this gonna work for me? Should I turn the car off? I probably should. Dang, it's gonna get hot now. All right, good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday, May 19th, exactly 1 day after I started this focus group challenge. So I am currently sitting outside of the taste test facility that I go to frequently. I come here once or twice a week, usually twice a week, but sometimes I'll just do once a week if I have too much to do. So what my day looks like today is how my day looks like tomorrow. Both days are gonna be set up the same for me. I come here at 10:15 for my first taste test, and this is a beverage facility, so it's only beverages that I taste. Sometimes it's like new sodas that are gonna be coming out. I'm not really big on sodas, so you know, whatever. Sometimes it's new coffee, new tea. Sometimes they just want to be able to see if you can tell the difference between diet and not diet. So this one is very quick and simple and easy, and I literally am in and out within 5 minutes. So it's very, very quick. It's $25 each, so I make $25 in 5 minutes. You really can't beat it. The only thing I hate is driving here. It's 30 minutes from me, but from where I live, everything is far from me, okay? So, and then my next one is not until 1:45. So in the meantime, in between time, I DoorDash. I DoorDash in between my taste tests because it's just maximizing my earnings for the day. Even though DoorDash has nothing to do with focus groups, I just want to throw that in there, that I make use of my time in between my taste tests. If I didn't make use in between my time with DoorDashing, then I run errands. Either way it goes, I get things done in between time if I can't book it side by side. So that's what today looks like and tomorrow looks like. So the theme for today is most definitely booked and busy. So I got my booked and busy shirt on, and I'm just gonna sit in the car for a little while until it's time for me to go in. And that's pretty much how my day's looking. I already did my online discussion board for the car study that I'm in right now, and yeah, I'll keep you guys updated on more studies I get into, more surveys I fill out, and more things I attend. All right, so today is May 20th, and I'm going to go ahead and update you guys on what happened over the last 24 hours. So yesterday I filled out 6 surveys. Oh, I put this on the wrong day. Okay, so I put this on the wrong day. This taste test is supposed to be here. I have a taste test. I had a taste test yesterday and I have one today. But I'm just going to leave it like that, okay? So that was supposed to be that because I have 2 on each day, which equals $50. So yeah, this is supposed to be there, but it's still the same amount. Now, what also happened yesterday is I got an email from one of the surveys I filled out that morning. I got an email saying that I had been approved to participate in the Dealing with Home Repair study. Hey Jasmine, you've been approved to participate in the market research study below. If you are interested, please respond quickly. This was $30 for a survey that took 30 minutes. The survey actually took less than 30 minutes, so this was one where they have their own app, which they just wanted me to do a couple like selfie videos explaining myself, a couple walkthroughs, using screen recording. It was very simple and easy, and it took probably 20 minutes. So I got $30 for 20 minutes. $30 yesterday. And yeah, so today I have that taste test that's supposed to be right here. And that's all I have for today. I have not filled out any surveys yet today. So there's also certain websites that you can go on to, and this one is one that I found in the course as well. And they have a whole bunch of studies for you to apply for. So it's like a pool of things to apply for. And today, since it's early right now, it's like, what time is it? It's 8:01. I don't have too many things in my email from other companies, so I'm just going to fill out 5 from this website since they already have them on here. And you can see like they have, okay, new hire advertising, you get $250 for 30 minutes if you qualify for this study. If you work at a grocery store want to help fight food waste, we'd like to chat. So that's the type of person that they want to speak to. $35 for an hour of your time. That's on the low end. Protection plan study. We are interested in speaking to individuals who have purchased product protection plans. So this one, they let you know what they're looking for, and you know, you do with that information as you will. So I really like the ones that tell you exactly what they're looking for. No trying to read between the lines and all that. So, are you an online seller? I am an online seller. $150 for an hour. So I'm actually going to go ahead and take this one. Okay, I have another quick update. Today is the 21st of May, and I filled out 5 surveys today. I also booked 2 groups in the last 24 hours. The first group that I booked was from a survey I filled out yesterday, and that is on Saturday. But unfortunately, I cannot make it because of an already scheduled commitment that I made, and I'm so upset because I hate turning down focus groups because of time issues. But if it wasn't for that, I would have had a group here, and that was for $60. Now, the other one that I booked is from a survey I filled out today, and they called me back this afternoon. It is for the 26th, so I'm going to have 2 groups on this day. This first group that I have is via Zoom, and it's an hour and a half, so it's going to end at 3:30. The other one that I just booked today is in person. Luckily, it's only 30 minutes away from me, and it is at 4 p.m. It's from 4 to 6 p.m. and it pays $125. So I have 2 $125 groups on the same day next week. Pretty cool. Hey guys, so I look absolutely crazy today, so excuse my appearance, but today is going to be a pretty busy day for me. I am right now outside of the taste test facility that I go to a couple times a week, and I'm going to be basically doing my little taste test. It takes about 15 minutes, get paid $25 for that, and then I'm going to DoorDash a little bit in the meantime, in between time, and then I have a focus group via Zoom at 2 p.m. and I brought my laptop with me because I am going to be doing it in my car because there's no point of me going back home, because I also need to stay in this area to do an in-person focus group at 4 p.m. So today's a busy day. So today has been a crazy day. I'm out here door dashing, and I literally got 2 focus group recruiters that called me as I'm out here, and one of them I booked for it's like a skincare / makeup study, and that's going to be on June 3rd. At I think 1 p.m. It's a Zoom call for $125, so that's cool. And then I got another one for a product pickup, and that is June 8th, I think it was. I wrote it all down, it's on my phone. And that one is $50, but it's just a product pickup. I just pick up the product, test it out.
Great. Jasmine, how about you?
My name's Jasmine.
Got it. Tracy?
I'm located in New York, in Manhattan, and I use a combination of
I don't even know what floor it's on. I guess it ain't this one. Okay, so I am on the way to my focus group. Starts in about 5 minutes. Here we are. All right, you guys, so here's a quick calendar update for what has happened over the past few days. So I actually have not been filling out as many surveys as I should have. On Saturday and Sunday, I did not fill out any surveys because I just had a really rough weekend, and surveys was the last thing on my mind. But I got back into it on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, which was yesterday. And I filled out 3, 4, 4, and 4. And then I'll also let you guys know that I booked a Zoom call group for Thursday, June 3rd for $125. And then I booked a product pickup group for $50 on June 7th. What just happened just now is I just got into a product review, which is going to be $10, but it's actually a little bit more than that. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put the clip here of me being on the phone with a recruiter, and I did not say the right thing, or I did not say what I said on the survey, and I didn't get into the group. So it's very, very important to be able to recall your answers so that you can get into these groups, because that sucks when it's like, dang, I just blocked my own blessing because I did not remember what I said. So remember what you say.
Monday, June 7th. So not this upcoming Monday, but next Monday.
Okay.
And it would be from 3 to 4:30.
Okay, that works.
Okay, great. All right, so I'm going to skip to the important questions. Skip all that, skip all that. Okay, so do you stream and listen to music on a weekly basis?
Yes, I do.
All right, and about how many hours would you say you stream in a typical week? Less than 3, 3 to 5, 5 to 8, or more than 8 hours?
More than 8 hours.
Perfect. And do you use any of the following to stream or listen to music? Do you use Spotify?
Yes.
Tidal?
Yes.
YouTube, which is just like the video streaming platform?
Yes.
YouTube Music, the music streaming platform from YouTube?
No.
Pandora?
Yes.
Apple Music?
Yes.
Amazon Prime Music?
No.
And SoundCloud?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so you wouldn't be able to qualify for this one, unfortunately. I'm so sorry. But we do have another study coming in. It's on, have you done a study on social media before?
No, I haven't. So I just did my product pickup, and it's actually a foundation I'm going to be trying out. And I return it in a week and get $100. All right, so this is my final journal update. My focus group challenge has come to an end, and I did really, really well. So this is what my thing looks like for May. You guys saw most of this, and some new stuff is pending for June. So this is what June is looking like. Since the last time I did an update, I booked a Zoom call on the 10th, another Zoom call on the 11th, and then I have another study which isn't really a Zoom call, and that is on the 16th. So when I total up everything, I filled out 42 surveys total, the tally marks, and this is in 2 weeks. I filled out 42 surveys. I booked 12 of those surveys, so 12 of those surveys actually turned into groups. Ignore all that, whatever. And then my total amount made which is my total amount booked, because I haven't, you know, gotten to some of these dates yet, but my total amount booked is $1,370. So really, really good for filling out 42 surveys. That's how much I have booked. And so my month of June is looking really good. And yeah, you guys can definitely make a lot of money with this. And if you do even more, fill out even more surveys, you can book even more. So that is my focus group challenge that I did over the last 2 weeks. I hope you guys learned something from this video or got inspired from this video to go out and make this one of your side hustles, gigs, side incomes, whatever you want to call it. I hope I did a good job of not only explaining how this process works, but also showing how this process works. And yeah, if you guys have any additional questions about the video, about focus groups, about the Paid for Your Say course, anything like that, go ahead and leave the comments down below. I will be sure to answer them. And also check out the description box below for more important information. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.